First brewed a batch of beer in 2001. Just been living in Orlando for a few months, and I found a beer magazine. It was like Brew Your Own. I was shocked. I was like, wait, you can make beer at home? What? That seems crazy. Bought a kit. I was kind of hooked immediately, just the fact that you can do it. I'm Brent Hernandez, and I'm the owner of Redlight Redlight.
My name is Erica Abelos Hernandez. I am co-owner here, Redlight Redlight. When I met Brent in 2003, I'm brewing beer, and as he shows it to me in his bathroom. And to flash forward to now, he's definitely come a long way.
Brent was definitely a mentor for me. Coming up in beer, loving beer, he's done a lot. He's been on the forefront of it for a long time. Redlight was the tops. That was kind of the only place in town doing craft beer for a really long time, so I idolized it.
I got involved at Redlight in 2019, and I was looking for a place that would kind of align with my beer ideals, meaning celebrating new world styles as well as old world styles.
So we're trying to do these more old world, traditional styles of beer, and try to introduce those to people.
It's like this labor of love for him. He has this passion for the heritage and the tradition of beer, and that's admirable.
Redlight is kind of that homey place where you kind of come however you are. So in 2005, Brent and I were newly dating. He was bartending at Ballard and Quorum in Winter Park.
And I was one of their managers at the time. I was hanging out with Erica when my friend Josie called and was like, they just offered for us to buy the bar from them. And I'm like, what?
And one day gave me a call and was like, I think I'm actually gonna take over this space and it could be mine. And from there, we've kind of just been going along ever since.
Oh, gosh, there are honestly so many good memories. You don't know you're in your best days or whatever until you're past them, but I look back at working there with such fondness. It's silly.
I wish I could take that space and that time and just put it in my back pocket, because it was so special. We started to outgrow it, and once we had found out about Audubon Park, we definitely knew that we wanted to be a part of the neighborhood and expand. We were really excited to move into this space, but there were a lot of challenges. There were just so many things that we did not really foresee.
We did find some hurdles, but when it comes to zoning, you have to be 1,000 feet from a church or school if your primary income is alcohol service.
Some people weren't excited about that, so we did have to go before the city and kind of plead our case, and thankfully the neighborhood was super supportive. We're so grateful for Audubon. But once we got all our ducks in a row to be here, there were just so many things that we did not really foresee.
The first time we walked into this location, it had already been gutted and whitewashed, but apparently the former owner was hoarding stuff in here.
While we were building out the space, there was no air conditioning, which was always very ironic. So much of it had to be done by us and friends that we sort of just please help us, we don't know what we're doing. Brent was helping build furniture with our friend Josh Butler and doing all the things. We couldn't hire people to do it. But I remember there was one day when we were here all day and driving home, listening to Sinead O'Connor and just sobbing, because it's hard.
We've run into a number of hurdles in the process. During the pandemic in 2020, the state decided to let people that had restaurants and kitchens open up. Jess had reached out about potentially doing some food, at a commissary, something like that, baking some pre-made sandwiches, something that we could be back open again.
From that point on, I remember Brent and I having this conversation, okay, is this, if we have to have food, is it going to be a Band-Aid, or is this kind of like the push that we need to really allow Red Light to evolve? Chef Jess happened to be available.
The challenges of construction are never measurable. Like roadblocks, I didn't imagine. The length of time was insane.
3 years later, we're kind of at the finish line while we're filming this right now. We're actually waiting on the final inspection, the inspector to arrive.
Life is not always peaches and cream. It's just, no light at the end of the tunnel sometimes. At least we're kind of here together and could just have a beer and wait till tomorrow about it. There's kind of no rules here. I think that kind of is synonymous with Red Light. And I think so as far as the kitchen goes, if we want to make it, we will.
We've done a few beers, I guess, to make a statement. Some of them have been more subtle than others. Our Czech Dark Lager, which we'd historically called Side Pull Dark, wanted to just kind of change name because I had an idea for a label. And we used the song Pipe Down by The Clash, and it's really all about like fighting like fascism, and some of the stuff our governor has been doing in Florida was upsetting, to say the least. The label has like a local drag queen on it, the like Scholastic reading star. I think we have it's like a school bookshelf with like no books on it, but it's got guns on it instead.
It's important for us, even as small as we are, as small of a business as we are in Orlando, to be able to stand up and do things that are important to us, and to be inclusive. In 2020, there was a lot of anti-Asian feelings that were felt in this country. And when Brett had approached me, like, listen, I really want to do a milkshake IPA. How would you feel if it was hollow, if it was that flavor profile? And I literally started sobbing, because to me it felt really important. Other Asians in our community could see something where they could feel celebrated, and something from their culture. So when Brent brewed the Hollow actually became one of our best sellers, which was really exciting. Existing as a small business in 2023 feels like such a blessing, considering what we've all been through, and it feels really great to have and to continue to have support from our neighborhood and beyond. Feels really great.
It's nice to know that you're a part of someone's week and you're making it better. Just eat and drink and be merry and meet a friend, make a new friend, and just keep supporting the neighborhood, which, we rely on so heavily for everyone to remember that we exist and to love us like we're brand new and like we're an old friend at the same time.
They're just super community driven, as are we. Just trying to do community events, just stuff that brings your local folks in and help support local businesses.
I think Red Light is a must-visit destination for beer, for the fact that not only do we brew beers that we really love, you can come here and find just about anything you're looking for.
The collection of beers that we have is so vast, but it's nice that anyone can find something that they'll enjoy.
A legacy that I want Red Light to leave would be, focused about, drinking good beer and quality and whatnot. But I think it's probably gets more than that too. Is being a part of your community and trying to use your space, your beer to make that community better, affect change, things like that.
Our 18th year, it's definitely all been worth it. It's been a wild ride, but I wouldn't change it for the world.